All right, so welcome to another Jeep Dive. We love it when you send us such interesting stuff. And today we have something really, really cool. It's called the Quantum Leap Cafe.
It's a narrative, actually, and it's very well structured. We got the plot summary, descriptions of the characters, and even snippets of their dialogue.
Yeah, it's basically about these two physicists, right?
Mhm.
Dr. Aris Thorne and Dr. Lena Petrova, and they kind of accidentally open a portal to another world. And not just any world, a cafe. But in this cafe, what you order changes reality, like seriously changes reality.
So what we're going to be focusing on is the cause and effect of ordering a coffee, just a regular cup of coffee, and how that then leads to these really strange shifts in reality.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. We are in the lab with Aris and Lena, and Aris is doing some, sciencey stuff. They say he's making a minor adjustment to the temporal matrix frequency.
Right away, you get this sense that they are doing some pretty serious research, even if the story quickly kind of goes in the direction of, sci-fi fantasy. When Lena says something about the containment field fluctuating at 97%, you know something's about to go wrong.
Yeah, for sure. And then Aris, he's like, nonsense. It's OP. Oh, dear. And you just know when someone says that, something big has happened.
Yeah.
And right then, Lena sees it. This doorway, like a portal, all shimmery and stuff.
I think what's really interesting is how they react. They're scientists, so they want to explore this new thing, but at the same time, they're a little scared, like anyone would be. They're like, after you, I suppose. So you can really see their personalities right there.
So they go through, and they end up in this place called the Quantum Leap Cafe. The description makes it sound pretty normal, just a regular cafe, but something feels, well, a little bit off. And then there's Barry, the barista, and he's all, "Good day, welcome to the Quantum Leap Cafe. What can I get started for you?" Very Australian.
I love that. He's just a normal guy saying a normal greeting. But the name of the cafe, the Quantum Leap Cafe, it tells you right away that something strange is going to happen. It's a clever way to introduce the weirdness, to ease you into it.
So Eris is like, black coffee, please? Strong. Pretty standard, right? You wouldn't think that would mess up reality.
And for a second, everything seems fine. But then Lena notices this shimmer. It's like a little ripple, like something has changed. Maybe in the cafe, maybe somewhere else. We don't know yet.
Eris takes a sip, and he says the coffee is remarkably good. But then back in their own dimension, their lab equipment gets this crazy upgrade.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere. It's like the coffee gave them a superpower or something.
That's really interesting, right? It's like there's a rule here. Order a specific coffee and something in their world changes. But what is it about the coffee that does it? The type of bean, how strong it is, who knows?
Okay, so now Lena wants something a little fancier. She orders an iced chai latte with oat milk, please. And Barry, he's just like, an iced chai oat. Sure thing, mate. One of those. It's like he's never heard of oat milk before.
I know, right? It's funny, like you'd think oat milk would be normal in a place like that. But then again, this is a cafe where coffee changes reality, so who knows what's normal there?
And at first, everything seems okay. Lena even says the latte tastes normal. But then, oh boy, then things get really wild. Barry yells, "Crikey, +2. Look outside, the cats."
When you hear that, you know something crazy is about to happen. And then the cats start floating. Floating cats. It's so unexpected and ridiculous, you can't help but laugh. It's like the writer saying, hey, get ready for anything.
Floating cats, I can't even imagine. And that's when Lena figures it out. She's like, it's the orders +1. The coffee they ordered is causing all this craziness.
This is like the big aha moment, right? Ordering coffee changes reality. It's a simple idea, but it has huge consequences. Like, what if our choices, even the small ones, could change the world around us? What do you think? Is that like a really extreme butterfly effect?
Whoa, that's deep. Okay, so obviously they need to fix this, right? Aris is freaking out a little, and he's all like, quick, order something simple, water. And Lena agrees. She's like, Barry, just a glass of water.
It makes sense, right? They're trying to go back to basics. Like, water is the most basic drink ever. Maybe it'll reset everything. But of course, in a place like this, nothing is that simple.
Right. So Barry's trying to get the water, but he spills it. He's like, water?
Right.
Right? Easy. Whoa. And then, get this, the chairs start dancing. Dancing chairs in a cafe.
It's just getting more and more ridiculous. First floating cats, now dancing chairs. It's like the situation is spiraling out of control. And Aris, he just says, are the chairs dancing? +1. This is escalating. You can just imagine him with his British accent trying to stay calm in the middle of all this chaos.
Okay, so they're going to stop this, right? So Lena has this crazy idea. She's like, what if I ordered the opposite of what I had before? So she orders a steaming hot Anti-chai,
Right.
black coffee, with dairy plus 1 milk. I mean, what even is
I
anti-chai?
have no idea, but that's what makes it so funny. It's like she's making it up as she goes along. And Barry, poor Barry's completely lost. He's all, hey, hot, anti what now, dairy? Oh, I'll try. You got to feel for the guy. He's just a barista trying to make a living. And these two come in and order reality-bending coffee.
So Lena drinks this thing,
Yeah.
and guess what? Everything goes back to normal. The cats stop floating,
Yeah.
the chairs stop dancing, and just like that, the portal opens again.
It worked. Somehow that crazy anti-latte fixed everything. It's like there's a balance, a weird kind of logic to this reality. It makes you think, what if there are hidden rules like that in our world too? Maybe we just haven't figured them out yet.
So they run back through the portal. As they're leaving, Barry shouts, "Hey, wait, you didn't pay for..." Ah, bugger. I don't even know what to say to that. They just left the poor guy with a mess and a bill for a drink that probably doesn't even exist.
I know. Poor Barry. He's like the only normal person in this whole story, and he gets left holding the bag. Literally. But it's kind of funny too, right? Even in a reality where cats float and chairs dance, someone's got to worry about the bill.
Back in their lab, Aris is just like, "Well, that was unexpected. Very British, very understated. It's like he just went for a walk in the park, not a trip to another dimension."
Harris is just so funny. He's like the straight man in a comedy duo, And Lena, she's more expressive. She's talking about the feline apocalypse and stuff. But then she notices something even weirder. Their spectroanalyzer, it calibrated itself, like perfectly.
It's like their little adventure had some unexpected benefits. Maybe the Quantum Leap Cafe isn't so bad after all. But, maybe stick to the regular coffee next time.
Yeah, don't mess with reality unless you know what you're doing.
So Aris, being Aris, is already thinking about going back.
Yeah.
He's like, "For science." And Lena, she's like, "Absolutely not. Maybe just a flat white next time."
Yeah.
I think she's had enough excitement for one day.
Yeah, I think we all have.
So what's the big takeaway here? I think it's that reality, even in a story, is a lot weirder and more unpredictable than we think. And sometimes the smallest things, like ordering coffee, can have huge consequences.
Exactly. It makes you think about all the little choices we make every day and how they might be changing the world in ways we don't even realize. Maybe not in a floating cats kind of way, but still.
And for those of you who like to think about these things, who like those aha moments, this story is a perfect example of how something simple can become something really amazing. And it reminds us that it's okay to have fun with ideas, even if they're a little bit out there.
It also makes you wonder, what if our world had hidden rules like that? What if we could change things just by making different choices? It's kind of a scary thought, but also kind of exciting, right?
So here's something to think about. If you could change reality with a simple action, what would it be? And what kind of crazy place would you end up in? Think about that until our next deep dive. And keep exploring the world. You never know what you might find.